What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's Candace, your tour guide to unemployment in Georgia, okay? And you see the title and the thumbnail. We got a long way to go and a little bit of time, so let's get to it. Okay, so over the last 4 days, okay, PUA Reconsideration has had some updates. Yep. Over the weekend, they did an update to the computer system, but there was also some PUA movement, and people are confused, so I'm gonna bring some clarity, okay? First things first. Originally, we got the PUA reconsideration email stating that if we denied you, you could reapply, okay? Remember I said be careful, read the fine print, because if you reapply, you now have lost your appeal spot, okay? That's what I said. Then I came back and said, there's 4 things that you need to know in regards to the PUA reconsideration: that it wasn't a scam, that PUA was not coming back, that you could check your portal, and that basically some of the representatives didn't know what they're talking about. That's what I said. Those were the 4 things. And then I came back and told you, okay, so those are the 4 things you need to know, but there's also some steps going on, okay? Remember I said there was different parts that you could be on in this PUA reconsideration. I said you could be approved, and now you're just waiting for your payout. And then you got a processing email, this email right here, okay? And in this processing email, they were asking you for additional documents, and I said if you couldn't upload it, you should call. Pause, I'm giving you free calls on Gadol for the whole week. You have 6 days left to get free calls. I just wanted to interrupt that broadcast to let you know. Claimer.com is giving free calls. Okay, back to what we're talking about. Okay, so then I told you to call. If you weren't able to upload your documents in the portal, I told you to call, okay? And then that was where we left off, right? Okay, well, over the weekend, so much has happened. Let's go ahead and get into it because people are confused. Okay, so if you are in the processing email, right? And you got the processing email and it said, hey, we need you to upload documents, and you still could not upload your documents. Still call, but let me tell you what the documents that they're asking for. The W-2s, your tax information, W-2s, tax information, and your check stubs from that year, okay? Those are the documents that they're asking for. Now, if you cannot upload the documents in the app, in the portal, you should call because they can give you an email address and you can specifically email those documents. I'm still gonna suggest that you call because those are the original documents that they need, but it's also on a case-to-case basis, believe it or not. Some people were asked for additional documents in addition to the W-2s and your check stubs. So call because you wanna make sure that you don't miss out on anything that you're supposed to get because you didn't have the right paperwork, okay? Now, after you get that process email, let me tell you what's supposed to happen. Yeah, you're supposed to get an interview. You're supposed to get an interview. If you get that process email, they're supposed to interview you next. Now, this interview is not like a job interview. It's basically to see if you're committing fraud, because during the pandemic, we had a lot of fraud, okay? So they're trying to see if you really lost your job because of COVID, or if you had a family member that was sick. They're trying to see if you can prove that. They're supposed to do an interview with you, okay? So if you get that process email, okay, you're supposed to get an interview. You're supposed to. Now, here's something they're also doing. They're skipping the interview and going straight to denial. I don't know how the heck they're doing that, but some people didn't even get an interview, went straight to a denial letter. And if you are denied, we will talk about it in another video, because that by itself is a whole baby that we can talk about, because you have rights in addition to that denial, okay? So, ladies and gentlemen, if you got the process email and you couldn't upload your documents, call, okay? You know you need your tax information and your check stubs, but call and make sure that you don't miss anything out, and they will let you have an email address that you can manually email your documents to. Then, if you still have uploaded your documents and you're waiting on what's next, what happens next? They're supposed to interview you. That's what's supposed to happen next. They're supposed to interview you. Now, I don't know how 5 representatives can interview 50,000 people in the state alone. I'm not sure, but you're supposed to get an interview. So that is the next step. That is what's happening now, the interview process. We're still waiting. If you're approved, I think you're just waiting for payments to drop in your bank account. But if you're processed, you're supposed to get an interview, okay? Ladies and gentlemen, I'm going to stay on this because it's so many moving pieces and it's not making sense to me. And some of it's not making sense. There's some loopholes, and I think we need to be very, very, very careful. So if you are denied, don't fret. I will have information regarding your denial as well, okay? So you want to make sure you like, comment, subscribe, hit the post notification bell so you don't miss out on a thing. Make sure you tell a friend, to tell another friend, to tell another friend that we're giving out free calls this week, okay? They're free all week. Do not miss the opportunity, ladies and gentlemen. All right, my name is Candace. We'll be back. Peace.